Yeah, she did, Ashley, and it's all laid out in these court documents right here. We can tell you that a judge ultimately denied that request for a restraining order, and a week later, the boy was dead. His father accused in the crime, and he was back in court today.
Your Honor, our first matter is page 5, line 1, last of Ware.
In Multnomah County Court Friday, 19-year-old Marquavius Ware pleaded not guilty to killing his 4-year-old son, Jhorden. Security in the courtroom was noticeably tight due to what happened in the moments following Ware's initial court appearance last week.
Kill my son! I'm never going to see my baby again!
Ware's supporters got into it with little Jhorden's mom and her supporters. The crowd was so amped up that deputies had to intervene. At which point, Jhorden's mother calmed down and spoke to us.
I need justice for my son.
Jonicia Clay says Jhorden had been with her for most, if not all, of his life. But in early April, Jonicia let Jhorden visit his dad. She says Ware refused to return the child to her. Jonicia says Ware only let Jhorden talk with her on FaceTime.
This is the last time I spoke to my son. I took a FaceTime photo of his face. I had noticed marks. Instantly, I called the police. They told me call non-emergency because it's his father.
Jonicia said she did that, but that's not all. Fearing that Ware was going to hurt Jhorden even worse, Jonicia filed a restraining order in Clackamas County Court on April 26th. Family law attorney Terry Plegman, who's not connected to this case, explained the process.
And if you're trying to file a restraining order, you have a burden of proof. You have to show that there's abuse within the last 180 days by the preponderance of the evidence. And that can be difficult.
And it appears it was in this case. A judge denied Jonicia's request for a restraining order. But Plegman believes it might have played out differently had Jonicia filed for custody of Jhorden when he was born.
And if you have something that says and delineates this is what custody is, this is what parenting time is, attorneys have an easier time going and enforcing that. And parties can go down and file self-help paperwork to enforce it and send the police over to pick up a child.
Turns out police did get involved, but not until May 3rd, when they were called to Ware's Northeast Portland apartment. Little Jhorden had blood in his lungs. He was rushed to the hospital, where he later died. Doctors said Jhorden had bruising and swelling all over his body, and the injuries were consistent with child physical abuse, including strangulation.
How? You kill your own kid?
It's a question that haunts Jonicia, much like Marquavius Ware's proclamation of innocence in court Friday.
So everyone who's here for the Ware case.
All right, it's worth noting that today's court appearance lasted only a few minutes and all was calm. No issues with anyone in the gallery. Marquavius Ware is due back in court the middle of next month. Back to you.
Mike, thank you.